Good afternoon. Well, you guys are really, really good. I didn't have to say, could everyone please? You're nice and quiet and attentive. That's great. I'd like to welcome our young, talented artists and their families, our elected officials, and I know our former councilman and county legislator Steve Flatteren is here. And with me, my colleagues from the town board, Councilman John Cochrane and Councilwoman Mary Kate Mullen. So there are some other dignitaries that I've been asked to recognize from the school. Dr. Tracy Hudson, the principal. She is the principal of Charles A. Mulligan Middle School. Debbie Kavanaugh, who's also with the middle school and also very, very involved in her community. Debbie in the front there. Candido Crespo, who I think you guys all know, right? He is the visual arts educator at the school. And there are also members of the Central Islip School Board, Faline Gallagher, and members of the Central Islip Civic Council, Linda Moran, who's the executive director of the Islip Arts Council, and I see Mary Ann Pfeiffer, who's the executive director of Youth Enrichment Services. And also, too, I see Mr. Edwards from the Ronkonkoma Civic Association. Nice of you to be here, too. So today's a very special day. We're recognizing a most powerful exhibit that truly represents today's youth, particularly our youth and the social issues that impact them. And Lord knows they are numerous and compelling. We're celebrating the I Matter project today, where 39 middle school students took the message I Matter and translated that message into artwork that defines for them why they, as human beings, as people, matter. One would think that this is a very simple question. Why do you matter? But it's not so easy to translate that answer into a physical medium, into a piece of artwork that, quite frankly, is stunning, one after the other. It's remarkable what you've been able to accomplish. You know, I was walking through the exhibit earlier today and looked closely at these amazing paintings that these students have created. And I know I speak for the rest of the members of the town board. We're truly moved and we're really grateful that they're being exhibited here in Town Hall. We as a town are very, very honored and proud to accept this exhibit. Being a teenager, and I still do remember it, is never easy. When I was a kid, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy when my kids were kids, and certainly it's not easy for today's youth, and in particular, I can relate it to my grandchildren. There's technology, and some would say almost too much. There's social media, and it's great. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, it's all great. But there are dangers out there, and you really, really need to be very, very careful with social media, because sometimes things can come back to haunt you. When people are going for job interviews, when you're going to apply for colleges, don't think that they're not going to check your Facebook page. So you really need to be very judicious when you are on social media and the various mediums. You have peer pressure. And peer pressure can stay with you. You know, as adults, you know, we can also be faced with peer pressure. Bullying, drugs, and even worse, suicide and gang violence. So as I read the I Matter signatures of our young artists, the resounding message I took away was that these young adults are staying true to their beliefs and rising above outside influences that aren't consistent with what they feel and know in their hearts is right. When I was going through and looking at the artwork and reading some of the descriptions, I jotted down a few things that really touched me. And some of you are going to recognize your own words. Learn the importance of love. I care about people. Love yourself for who you are. I matter because of my kindness. I can help others when they are feeling down and upset. Help people out. No matter how many times you've been hurt, you will heal. And reading that and sort of assimilating that, it makes me, as an adult who's facing, you know, the latter part of my life, a reason to have a tremendous amount of hope for what is there for our future and our future generations, for my grandchildren, for all of you, and the children that you're going to have someday. So without further ado, I would like to bring up Mr. Candido Crespo, the visual arts educator with the school, who is the driving force behind this incredible project. Mr. Crespo, if you would.
Hello, everyone. I want to bring you into our classroom for a moment to make the experience a little bit more transparent. Seeing the completed artwork really doesn't tell a story as to what the experience was like. So first, I need to say thank you to my students for trusting me through this process and allowing me to let you experience such a wonderful, wonderful creation. So thank you. This summer, I was asked if I would be interested in doing something that would combat some of the negative media that had been addressing Central Islip. Been working there for 11 years now, and in those 11 years, I can't say that that negative representation is something that I've experienced. I've been very spoiled and have had a tremendous career so far in the district, and this project just further shows that that's the case. So when the Central Islip Civic Council asked if I would be interested in assisting, create some type of project where we can have the students speak out and really show what Central Islip is about, I was more than willing to participate in the experience. We created a painting project that allowed the students to determine what their self-worth is and why they would choose against some of the negative choices that are available to them. Rob Goldman came in. We did a wonderful experience and asking questions and having the students dig deep into what their experiences were like in adolescence and the emotions that they were dealing with. What the results led to were a wonderful exhibition, and I hope that everybody has had a chance to see them. So thank you for having us out today for this wonderful reception and allowing us to experience this as well.
Next, I'd like to ask Councilwoman Mary Kate Mullen to share a few thoughts with us. Mary?
Thank you, Supervisor. I just want to echo what the Supervisor has already mentioned. We walked out of a meeting here on Thursday night, and your pictures were up in the hall. And I didn't know what it was about or, you know, who had painted the pictures. But I have to tell you, I was very impressed. You all have done a wonderful job. And as a mother of children in middle school, I have to just applaud you and remind you, each act of kindness, you don't know how it's going to affect the person that you're being kind to. So love yourself and love everyone else that you're with. And remember that as you go through life, and I'm sure you'll be successes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary Kate. I would like to, and of course, Councilman Cochrane declined to comment, but he has been so supportive, and he too has been there for the community and is a shining example of what it's all about, giving to one's community and giving to one's country, having served our country in the United States Navy for over 30 years. So I think, Councilman Cochrane, thank you very much for your service. Next, I'd like to ask Linda Moran, who's the Executive Director of the Islip Arts Council, to come forward to say a few words. Linda?
Well, I want to tell you all, this is the very first time that we've ever had 40 students' artwork hanging in our Art in the Hall exhibition. When I visited your school and met with your teacher and with the principal and Debbie Kavanaugh, I was just overwhelmed because I said, oh, we could do this, and we could do this, and we could do this. Well, we can only do this. So we tried to do the best that we could do to showcase your art, and as you can see in your hands, you have the brochure. It tells the story along with your paintings, and that could not have been possible without my assistant, Linda Weingarten, because she put that all together for you. So you should say thank you to her when you're leaving. We have Art in the Hall every 6 weeks or so, and it's usually a juried art program, which means that The art is judged beforehand, and then artists are selected for each period of time. This was a little different, so we held out this period of time for all of you. And we've been so proud. We've gotten so many kind remarks, so many questions. I know that there are people who work in the building who, like, what is it about? What is it about? Until we had everything put together, they had no idea. So thank you for putting yourself out there. Thank you for working so hard on making this your project, but also our project. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Linda. And to the Arts Council, thank you so much for the program and for memorializing this into the future. Because when the exhibit's over and the paintings come down, it will live on because of this program. So thank you very much for that. Next, I would like to ask Faline Gallagher, who's the Executive Director of the Central Islip Civic Council, a very involved, wonderful organization that, too, has been around over 30 years in our community, to please come forward and deliver the closing remarks. Faline?
Again, when you students first got here, I wanted to introduce myself to you because some of you I've gotten to meet while you were doing your paintings in the classroom, and then there were some of you that I was really looking forward to meeting. Again, I'm going to reiterate what I said. Very, very powerful. I mean, my expectations of this project, you just blew me away. I'm just so proud of you. I said I want you to be proud of yourselves. If it wasn't for Mr. Candido, I know he said to me this was the hardest class he's ever taught because it was supposed to be about you guys. And he says, I wasn't able to actually help them. It had to be about yourselves, and you guys really put it out there, and you really should be proud of yourselves. Miss Linda Moran from the Islip Council, just thank you so much because I went to your art teacher and I said, we have to give these children opportunity to let their voices be heard. And to bring it this far to Town Hall, the supervisor allowing us to showcase your art in such a powerful building is such a great opportunity. Miss Moran, putting this together for us, wonderful opportunity. But before I close, I do want to just introduce one person, which you all know. He wasn't supposed to be here, and he actually put his schedule aside and actually was able to get here. And if it wasn't for this individual with his project, which I took the concept and then went into your school, this would not have happened. But before I bring him up, I would like to say thank you so much, Dr. Hudson, for allowing the Civic Council to come into your school to do this phenomenal project, because I am just so proud, I am excited, and I'm hoping that we can move forward and continue with such a phenomenal project. Rob Goldman, would you like to say something? Again, children, congratulate yourselves. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rob Goldman. I'm the founder and director and creator of the iMatter project. First, I want to say that this is the first, and Central Islip should be incredibly proud. This is the first time, and the project's been in existence for 5 years, that a public school has adopted the project. So, thank you. Thank you. Huge breakthrough. When the folks from the Civic Council presented the idea to me to introduce this new idea of bringing painting into the project, it had always been a photography-based project in the past. And I was thrilled that it was going to be a new idea, but and then I thought, a group of 8th graders are going to make paintings. That's nice. And then I met Candido, and I met my brother. I mean, it was just like, wow. And then I had the opportunity to work with you guys, and it was really extraordinary. And now seeing what's come of it, I'm just so blown away. You should be, all of you, just so proud, and I'm thrilled, that this is now a new piece of the project. And little does Candido know, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him. So I thank you for supporting the project. Central Islip will see more and more of whatever I can do to really further the iMatter project there and bring your voices out into the public, loud and proud and beautiful. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Loud and proud and beautiful. That's very compelling, and something I hope we all carry forward. I would like to also recognize someone who's very involved with youth in our town. He heads the Youth Bureau for us, and that's Mr. Tamura. Thank you, Tim, for being here. So, you suffered through the program. It wasn't too bad, right? Wasn't too long. But truly, I was chatting with somebody earlier, and I said that there are so many challenges ahead for our youth today, and the answer or the solutions for everything we have to address don't lie with just the schools, and it certainly doesn't lie just with government, nor does it lie just with the community, or does it lie with the civic groups and everyone that's out there. But if we all pull together, just think of what we can accomplish. It really is an incredible town that we're a part of. We are 335 years old, the town of Islip, and we have the most incredible assets, none the least of which are our parks and the beautiful vistas we have along the water. But our people is what makes this town so special. And even though we are the third largest town in the entire state of New York, there's this sense of hometown and caring about one another, and I think we saw it here resounding, it just resounds out there, what we see here today. And the one thing I want to thank the parents that are here, your family that took the time to be here, because again, together. I've been told that there are a few students who would like to share some words with us, so if you would, please come forward.
Hi, my name is
Tell me your name.
Amala, and I was a part of the I Matter project. In this project, we were introduced to a new style of painting. I have never painted on a canvas, so it was new for me. And with the I Matter project, we got to express ourselves in a new light and show why Central Islip is a positive community. Thank you.
Very positive.
Hi, my name is Daniel Mars, and I was a part of the I Matter project. In this project, it was hard for me at first to think about the idea, but after that, it was actually pretty easy. This project would be good for Central Islip because it could show people like the values of other people, and yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mariana Benavides, and during this project, I felt relieved because finally we had a chance to show people, oh, Central Islip is not such a bad place. There's hope, there's unity, and we can show that to people now.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. That was really wonderful. And one more comment I want to make. Earlier, when I was chatting with some of you, most of these students are going to be going on to high school, and I asked if they were nervous. And 2 of the 3 ladies I was chatting with said they were a little bit nervous, but that's okay. But listening to you today, seeing what you've produced, reading all of the comments that you shared, I tell you, you guys are going to be awesome. You're going to be successful in whatever you do. Just stay focused and just continue to believe in yourself. Thank you so much.